This is going to be the second lesson of the Matrix Handbook. First off, if you or anyone you know needs someone to talk to about addiction or sobriety or how to get clean, I can be reached at letsfightaddiction@gmail.com. I'm also going to try to include my Facebook and my Instagram in the description if anyone wants to reach me there, just so I'm completely accessible. Today, like I said, we're going to be going over lesson 2, which is making progress and external triggers. And I have notes, so if I look down, I'm just reading notes. Please bear with me. I cannot remember all this stuff. I try really hard, I just can't. Um, on the part about making progress, newly sober people, myself included, I went through this heavily. When you first get clean, it seems like time just drags. Like an hour feels like a few hours instead of just 1 hour, and it just seems like the days just drag on. So, in this lesson, we're talking about making progress and keeping a calendar. It might help some people to keep a calendar of day to day sobriety. And also, when you keep a day to day calendar, you get to see, like, when the days add up, it gives you a sense of pride. Like, I can do this. Look at the days I have. It's not just well, how many days do I have? And you just have it memory, like you're just remembering it in your head. Instead, you can look down at a calendar and see, oh, I have 5 days clean, and this day's almost over, and that's gonna be 6 days clean, and then I'll have 7 days clean. And it can help you keep up with your counselor, or help you and your counselor to keep up with your days and how much progress you're making. And like I said, it really becomes a proud moment once you get down like your first month and your first 6 months and your first year. Also, we're going to be going over external triggers. Um, I want to go over the list of it just in case I can't get the list to go up in this video. But the external trigger questionnaire, ERS 2A, in the Matrix Handbook, place a check mark next to activities, situations, or settings in which you frequently use substances. Or place a 0 next to activities, situations, or settings in which you never have used substances. I'm not going to read them all, but I do want to read the first list. Home alone, home with friends, friends' home, parties, sporting events, movies, bars/clubs, beach, concerts, with friends who use drugs, when gaining weight, vacation/holidays, when it's raining, before a date. And at the bottom, it's list any other activities, situations, or settings where you frequently have used. But also, list any places and settings or situations in which you would not use. And list people you could be with and not use. Now, that one I think is very important, and also you should be continually editing your list of external triggers. It's really up to you to identify these triggers and make the necessary actions and behavioral changes to avoid these triggers, because relapses don't just happen. You have a trigger, you have a thought about using, you continue to think about using, and then you use. That's where, if you watch the first lesson, we went over thought stopping techniques. You can use a rubber band, you can use a breathing technique, you can call someone, you can message me if you're thinking about using. I'll try to message back as fast as I can and keep up with my messages as best as I can. It might take me a little while to get back to you, but I will get back to you. Just have something in order where if you have a thought about using or you're triggered to use, you have something ready in place to fight and combat that trigger. We also, on this in this lesson, we have an external trigger chart where you list the people, places, objects, or situations below according to their degree of association with substance use. Again, I'll try to put these papers in the link or in the video if I can, but you should really have someone in your life that you can turn to that does not use, that you would not use with, someone you can count on. That's really it for today. And I just want to say one more thing about the marking progress. It reminds you how far you come in your recovery. A feeling of pride can result. And recovery can seem very long unless you measure your progress in short units of time. When I first got clean, I did not use the day to day chart. I refused to count the days at first. I just know that somewhere in the end of November 2017 and the beginning December of 2017 was the last time I used, and I haven't used since then. I recently got a tattoo to celebrate my sobriety. I really like to be able to show people, or people see me out in public and see the sobriety tattoo, it sparks a conversation that can lead to me explaining, this is how I got clean. This is where I went to get clean. This is the tools I use to stay clean. These are the tools I still use to this day to stay clean. And nothing will ever take my recovery from me. Some people just need to hear an encouraging word. Some people just need a pointer of where to go and what to do. That's really the end of this lesson. If you need to talk to someone, or if you know someone that needs to talk to someone, please send me an email at listfightaddiction@gmail.com. It's been great talking to everybody. Everybody have a great New Year's. Bye.